From Duke University, head coach Mike Krzyzewski with student athletes Zion Williams and RJ Barrett. First, an opening statement from Coach Krzyzewski, followed by questions directed for our student athletes, and then we'll then open the floor for questions to Coach K.
Yeah, well, I thought we beat a really good team today, a championship team. You know, the last month of their season, I thought they were the best team in their league. They lost a heartbreaking game against South Dakota State at home, which they dominated, and really that knocked them back a couple games, I think. And then they got it back, and you know, they've been playing beautiful basketball. I've watched at least 6 of their games. And extremely well coached. The kid Shahid gives them a dominant leader, and he played so well today, especially in the first half. And they don't turn the ball over. You know, they make you play defense, and then multiple shooters, multiple scores, well conceived. You know, they're good. Yeah, they're very good, and I thought we started out just taking jump shots and not working the ball. And once you get behind, you know, there's the confidence level of the other team and the pressure of the game, and I thought our defense then picked up for the rest of the game after about 10 minutes, and in the second half we played, you know, just beautiful basketball, and for those 12 minutes, and then we subbed and they subbed, and you know, but it was a good game for us, and applaud them. You know, they return everybody. Watch out, man. Watch out. You know, they're going to be that team in their conference. That's my prediction.
Questions to the student athletes? We'll start in the back row on the left side. Just as a reminder, please indicate your name and your affiliation. Also a reminder that the Duke locker room is open at this time as well.
Luke DeCock, Raleigh News and Observer. Zion, for you, there's obviously a lot of attention on you, which nothing different there, but to be in your home state to deal with this and then to come out the way you guys did in the second half, how did that feel for you?
You know, obviously it is nice to be in my home state, but like I said in our last press conference, I can't put my personal happiness before my teammates. And you know, we did start out very sluggish. We weren't playing very well, but I think in the second half we calmed down and we just started playing Duke basketball.
Back row on the right side.
Dick Cox with Lindy Sports and Cox Sports Broadcasting. This is for both players. Going into the game tonight, it's your first tournament. Was there any nerves, excitement, or how did you feel going into tonight's game?
RJ first, and then Zion.
I felt like we were excited. Definitely excited to play. We've all been, you know, growing up watching the tournament for many years, and we're excited to get out there. Just we didn't really have as much energy. We weren't really, you know, playing as well at the beginning, but you know, thankfully we were able to pick it up.
Yeah, like RJ said, I think we were very excited because, especially for me, you know, I remember watching March Madness, live streaming it in high school and middle school. You know, just watching the intense games and telling myself I was going to be a part of that. So I think last night when I was sitting in my hotel room, I was like, wow, I'm actually here. I mean, it's very exciting, but you got to put the excitement aside and just try to go out there and get the win.
Front row, or second row, I guess it is, on the right.
Mike McFeely from the Forum in Fargo. Zion, to start the second half there, you went on a stretch where you had a dunk, you had the steal or the picked up the loose ball, went down, made the layup. You had quite a stretch there where you kind of almost took the game over by yourself. Can you just explain what happened there and what led to that?
Well, before that even happened, you know, my teammates were in my ear. You know, they were just like, be me, be myself. And, you know, when my teammates and obviously coach said the same thing, you know, when they're constantly telling you to be yourself, you know, it just gives you energy. And I just try to bring energy for my team. And I think in those situations, I just happened to be in the right spot. Like, RJ could have did the same thing.
Right side, second row.
For RJ and Zion, David Hale with ESPN. I'm curious, you guys talked, I think, or Coach K talked a little bit the other day about talent, kind of helping talent. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about what your relationship has been like this year and how you each other have maybe helped each other's games throughout the season.
It's been great, definitely playing with this team, playing with Zion. I mean, especially for me, if we have a little joke that whenever I'm in trouble, he always bails me out. Like, every time I get stuck, he always cuts, and I can just throw it anywhere and get it to him. So we definitely bail each other out, and it's just been a lot of fun to play with him.
Left side.
Josh Swanson, KFGO News, Fargo, RJ. Can you talk a little bit about Shahid for NDSU, his performance, especially in the first half?
He was taking it to us. Very dominant leader, like Coach K said, and he really got them going, got them, on their run, and they were pushing it down our throat, but we regrouped at halftime, so it was great to see what we did in the second half.
Very front row. We'll have one more question for the student athletes after this.
Dennis Brunson, Sumter item. Zion, on the missed free throw, were you surprised? It didn't look like anybody got a body on you when you went ahead and threw down the dunk, and that seemed to turn things. Did anybody try to get out on you at that point?
Honestly, I think it was just one of those simple mistakes by both teams. They both crashed, and the ball just kind of bounced right over them. But, yeah, like you said, nobody was there to box me out, so just went and dunked it.
Last question for the student athletes is the back right corner.
You guys have a good, strong relationship, good friends, and have a lot in common. Is being left-handed, is that something that adds to the bond that you guys have?
I got it. I mean, I guess it's cool for sure. We're both dominant.
Being right-handed is cool, too.
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
That's your turn.
No, it's great being left-handed, and we could both use, both our hands, so it's just amazing to see. You don't really know which way we're gonna go in the game.
Yeah, it makes the connection deeper.
Thank you guys.
All right. You guys get in the top there.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Questions for Coach K? We'll start in the middle, row 4.
Steve Hallstrom, WZFG Radio. Coach K, in the second half, can you point to something that turned it to let your team get out of the gates quickly and make that big run to open up that
No,
lead?
we were just more ourselves. I thought we didn't start the game the way we have played. We started it being jump shooters and just being fast break. Most of our possessions had no passes, and therefore we had no rebounds. I think they were out rebounding us about 14-6, because we weren't running good offense. And then they run very good offense, but they're going to get even more confidence when, we take one and miss, and that's it. How do they feel us? They never felt us on the offensive end of the court. And then we started getting stuff more inside, and then they started to feel us on both ends of the court. But we didn't start the game well when they did, and that's why they were ahead.
On the left.
Yeah.
Mike, Jeffrey Collins with the Associated Press. You said that was y'all just played some beautiful basketball in the second half. What was your favorite part about that first 12 minutes of the second half?
No, just that we're winning, man. Just the most beautiful. We're winning, got a double-digit lead, and we're hungry, and we want more. To me, that's beautiful. There's not one play. You're not going to win this with one play. No.
Coach, Jordan came in with the team down 7 and kind of helped spark the defense. Can you just talk a little bit about the energy he brings and the improvement he's made to the point that he's now a household name in the rotation?
Yeah, well, he's part of our rotation, and he's earned that, starting with the Louisville game. And, excuse me, he's a very good athlete, and he plays defense on and off the ball, tough. He has not turned the ball over, makes simple plays, and then he hit a big three. That's added. But no, he's a valuable guy for us right now. And but he's earned everything. And also what he's earned is the confidence. He has confidence in himself, and he knows that we have confidence in him, so it's a good place.
Back row in the middle.
Will Pelagic, South Carolina Radio Network. Mike, how would you assess the toughness of this job or compare it to others in the past with having as many high-level freshmen as you have, but obviously guys who lack experience playing games on this stage?
No, nobody thinks I have a tough job, so I'm not going to talk about a tough job. My job being tough? Yeah, we've been the leader of the pack for about 25 years, so we get everyone's best shot. That's the toughest thing. And our guys need to be ready for that each time. I'm not saying we're the only leader or the only, but we're one of a handful that does it every year. And so getting kids, young kids to understand that. They don't get that in high school. They never play more than two. They hardly play tough games because they're the best players by far. And all of a sudden, every game they play is a T-shirt day, a blackout day, a game day, the most viewed game, all those things. And that's, although I do think it prepares us for this moment where everyone thinks it's the biggest game. We've played a lot of big games, and I think that's why our kids responded in the second half. Excuse me.
Fourth row on the left.
Coach, you've coached some incredible players throughout the years, but with Zion and everything that's been written, said about his generational ability, do you find even yourself sometimes saying wow to the things he does on the basketball court?
No, but I've had a lot of wow guys. He's there, but RJ's a wow guy. Trey on defense, when Cam comes down and hits those trail threes or fast breaks, Javin makes a block. I get excited for all my guys, and so obviously I get excited a lot about him because he's a hell of a player.
Last question for Coach here in the front.
NDSU was a really.
I'm sorry?
NDSU was a really good three-point shooting team throughout the year, and you guys shut them down. Was that a point of emphasis coming to the game?
Oh,
was
obviously.
To take away the three-point?
Yeah, obviously. They had to work for their shots, and the thing that they did, though, when they missed in the first half, they got their rebounds, and we were not defensive rebounding. But look, they're a really good team. I watched 6 of their games, and I told my guys, I said, look, they don't beat themselves. They don't beat themselves. They play solid, really good basketball, and each kid has a confidence in his role, and very, very well-coached team. I'm very impressed with them. We beat a good team today. It's a good win for the Duke Blue Devils today. All right, thank you.